Hello advisors and coaches, I'm here to help you fill out any paperwork that you're going to be turning into us in ASB and make things a lot smoother for everybody. First, I'm going to talk to you about an expenditure approval form. That's this pink form right here. This is the very first thing that you need to fill out for your club or your organization or your sport. So please make sure that this gets filled out. On here, you are going to list everything that you think you're going to be spending money on for this entire year or this semester, but we would prefer you to fill it out for the entire year. Things like uniforms, copy charges, fundraising items, shirts, uniforms, anything that you are going to need a check cut for needs to go on this pink form. We call it an EA form, expenditure approval. There's two different ways that you can fill this out. This right here lists everything in this nice little box area. You need to make sure that everything is an estimated value. Please make sure that you do not exceed the estimated amount that you put on here. On the flip side of that, please do not fill it out for $100,000, $200,000, or even $1 million. It will not be approved. The second way that you can fill this out is you can attach a form and you can list everything this way. So all you would say is 2015, 2016 expenditures, see the attached list. This will then get turned into ASB. We will then vote on it, and then you will receive an expenditure approval number. This number will go down right here. You will receive a copy of this in your box. You need to make sure that you hold on to that number because you will need that for POs. In order to get reimbursed for any item, it must be on this expenditure approval form. If you do not fill this out first and you go and purchase something and want to get reimbursed, you will not be reimbursed for your item that you have just purchased. So please make sure this is filled out first. After that is filled out and you've been approved and you have your expenditure approval number, now you're ready to get reimbursed. Cake. After you have your expenditure approval number and the copy of that pink form, and you want to be reimbursed, you will then fill out this purchase order. Please be very specific with this. If you want a reimbursement, you must have the original receipt attached to it and signed. The receipt must have your signature where the total is. We will also accept a document that shows paid status, or we will show a canceled check from the front and the back. Things we will not accept attached to this is a copy of your receipt. We will not accept a copy of the front of a check, nor will we accept a document that just shows what amount is due to a vendor. After that, please fill out all the way down. Make sure you have the correct address if the check is being mailed out. Make sure you have the correct amount there. And again, you're going to staple your receipt, making sure that there's an initial where the total is. That is for reimbursement or payment. Now, let's say that you are wanting to run a fundraiser or you need a facility on campus that is not your classroom. You will then fill out a master calendar request form. This is also where you start if you're going to be taking a field trip with a club. Please be very specific with this. If you need things like a table, if you need a cash box, if there's anything that you specifically need that we can provide for you, please write it down on here. Please put one date on here and then you will turn it in. If you're running a fundraiser, our fundraisers run for 1 week, Monday through Friday. So please do not exceed that limit. Please, when you put your dates down for your fundraiser, if it runs Monday through Friday, please only sell during that week. Do not do a pre-sale the week before. Do not do a post-sale the week after because your sales didn't do well. If your sales didn't do well enough, please fill out another one and we'll see if we can get you on the master calendar. The master calendar does fill up quickly. We are requesting that all master calendar request forms for this fall semester be submitted by October 30th to our office. Minions. After this is filled out, if you are running a fundraiser, you will also need to fill out this revenue potential form. This is our blue form. This is just going to tell us an estimate of what you think your fundraiser is going to make based off of what you are selling. This must be attached to this in order for your fundraiser to be approved or to even be looked at. If this is missing, this will be returned to you in your box with a post-it note that says you need a revenue potential form. Do not assume that your fundraiser will be put on the calendar just because you put the dates in. The earlier, the better. However, we already are receiving master calendar requests for fundraisers in the spring semester. We will accept those as well right now, but for the fall semester, please make sure that your master calendar request forms are in by October 30th. Make sure this is filled out properly. If you need help filling this out, please stop by and see Ms. P or myself, and we can help you fill this form out. Then you'll attach it and you will submit this in. After your fundraiser has run, please make sure that you fill out this green form. This is your fundraising recap form. You are then going to take what you thought you were going to make on your revenue potential, implement it on this form, do the math, and see how much you actually made. If you did not make the same as what you thought you were going to make, there's room for explanation down at the bottom as to why you didn't make as much or why you made more. After this is turned in, or before this is turned in, you need to fill out a deposit slip. Please make sure that the numbers you put on here match the numbers on here. That is an auditing nightmare. If you say you made $3,000, you collected $3,000, and on here you put $2,000, that's a $1,000 discrepancy, and that is a huge problem. These numbers need to match up. With the deposit slip, we ask that you please total everything up at the top. These are the bills. Down here where it says dollars, that's dollar coins, and so on and so forth with the coins all the way down. Tally up all the checks, please. Write it on that line. The currency would be the total from up here. You're going to write your account number and the name of the account, how you earned the money or how the money was collected. If the money was collected for t-shirts, for clubs, you need to write down people's name. For example, if Ethan Lahano is in my club and he paid $10 for a t-shirt, you need to have that written on an Excel sheet. Ethan Lahano, $10. Was it paid with cash or a check? Then you will list everybody else accordingly. After you've done that, you're going to date it, sign it, and then you'll turn this in. You will turn it into Miss P, and at that time, she will count the money with you watching her. If you do not have time for that, you can come in during one of our time when we're up here, and we can count it with you, Mrs. Roush and myself. If it's after hours, there is a safe outside of our ASB office. That is for use of after hours, so after the time that we are in our office. Please, you are not disrupting us. Feel free to come in. You have money in hand. We will stop what we're doing to make sure balloons count on time. We understand that you have bills that need to be paid and you have checks that need to be sent out. So we can stop and we will help you. Should you have any questions, please feel free to email me, or you can email Miss P or just stop by the ASB office. Thank you very much.